What's up everybody? Welcome to Car Question. Matt is riding the new Toyota Tundra. We've got a CrewMax 1794 edition. And now the big question, is the V6 twin turbo up to the reputation of the V8 when it comes to reliability? How does it handle fuel economy? And how strong is it when you're going to tow with that vehicle? Still, I'm pretty happy to see a completely new redesign for that new Tundra. It was about time. Did you know also that the previous generation of Tundra towed the space shuttle in the United States? That was one of its great moments to show really what the truck was capable of. And there's nothing more patriotic than to tow the space shuttle to a museum. So it was pretty impressive to see that. It's still there in my memory. When you look at the exterior of the new Tundra, there's a big wow factor. I completely fell in love with the truck when I saw it, and I simply wanted to sell my old one and get me a brand new Tundra. You've got the fog light, which is right there in the big grille. You're going to have a light bar also if you're going to go for a different version. But with the Platinum and the 1794, those are two little fog lights that are really powerful. And it's a love or hating affair with that big grille. Otherwise, when you go around the truck, I just love the wheels. I love the design. I love the color. I love also how you can open the back panel with the press of a button on the side. Otherwise, it's still looking massive, aggressive, and that's a big thumbs up to that. When it comes to the previous generation, if you wanted to go for a CrewMax and get the big cargo box, the longer one, you cannot do that. But this year, finally, it's going to be available. So you're going to have more than the 5.5 regular bed. And if you go for a double cab, you can go for the 6.5 or the 8.1 bed. This is going to be perfect for carrying some big snowmobile, and you're still going to have the possibility to tow a big trailer with that truck. If you want to go with more chrome because there's not enough on the edition that we have, you can still go for the Capstone edition with bigger wheels and even more chrome. Do I love that? No, it's real hard to clean for me. I prefer some regular grille and the look of the TRD Pro version. The off-road version are still looking great also, but chrome is not my thing. How about you? I know a lot of people likes it when it's black. That Tundra is looking awesome and mean. When it comes to the interior, the 1794 edition, you're gonna find some wood inside, some nice material, some nice leather, comfortable seat, yes, but this should be a little bit better though. But you're gonna fall in love with that huge 14 inches screen, which doesn't crack if you touch it, if you pull it, and that's gonna be also for everywhere in the truck. I don't even have some rattle with the center console as I've seen on some other video. That truck is built solid. When you get to the rear, ample space also, and you're gonna love all the USB connector. When it comes to the digital cluster though, 12.3 inches, you're gonna have that RPM and that speed right there in the middle, and there's not a lot of customization that you can do with that display. It still feels great to get some awesome technology inside the new Tundra. The only downside though, if you're gonna select some radio station, it's gonna take you a long time, but that new multimedia system, you're gonna find it in a lot more vehicles of Toyota as soon as they're going to come out. You've got a clouded system. As soon as you're going to check your map, you're going to get some real-time data. It's really inspired from what you're used to on your phone with those Apple multimedia system. I just don't really like to put my cell phone down there and hit the blinker button. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Let's talk about the engine. Let's go a little bit in the past. That previous V8 was powerful, 5.7 liter, 381 horsepower, 401 pound-feet of torque, and it can pull up to 10,200 pounds. Now you've got a V6 3.4 twin turbo. Yes, 3.4, not 3.5, as Toyota is telling you. Why? Because it's 3,445 cc. Well, they kind of tweaked the numbers a little bit though. And you're gonna have 389 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque. It's gonna be able to tow up to 12,000 pounds. And if you're gonna go for a SR version, it's gonna be a little bit less though, 348 horsepower, 405 pound-feet of torque. Still not really a big fuel economy over that. It's all mated to a 10-speed transmission, and for the 4-wheel drive model, you've got a transfer case that's going to be able to switch right there with the press of a button. payload capacity up to 1,940 pounds, and the model that we have is going to be able to tow 10,690 pounds, and the payload is going to be rated at 1,575. You've got two different drive mode when it's going to come to towing. By the press of a button right here, you can go into tow all plus mode. You're going to have better throttle response. It's going to be more aggressive. It's going to be ideal for towing some big stuff like RV, big boats, box trailer, name it. But the regular towing mode is going to be perfect for your ATV, your snowmobile, some light trailer, let's say up to 3,500 pounds. Let's talk also about the direction that Toyota is taking with that turbo engine. A lot of manufacturers doesn't believe in that. When you check GM, they mostly got V8. Same thing also for Ram, besides the diesel power though. Their big marketing revolves around those V8. The only manufacturer that took a different direction is Ford, with the 3.5 EcoBoost engine with similar numbers to the Tundra. They even got an hybrid version with the power boost, the same thing that Toyota is going to do. But let's hope that they're going to save more fuel, because the Ford configuration was not really impressive. You've got way more engine choice in the competition, but Toyota has always been like that. So let's talk about fuel economy. Whoa, we're going to have to be careful on that. On paper, they say it's going to be 25% less fuel consumption. So the outgoing V8 was really thirsty, but this one can do 13.5 liter per 100 in the city and 10.6 on the highway. Can you do those numbers? I'm not a believer when it comes to that. I was never able to touch those numbers, and I was not even close with the soft driving that I really had with the truck. 12.7 liter was the best that I could do with the wind on my back, not loaded, nothing inside. So when you're gonna load that thing up, this is gonna explode the fuel consumption number. So my average was really more around 14, 15, 16 liter per 100. So what happened to the big promise of the 25%? No, it's not there. On the plus side though, we're going to get a hybrid version soon, which is going to be good for 437 horsepower, 583 pound-feet of torque, but it's going to be mated to a real small battery of 1.87 kilowatt hour. Is it going to be enough to save you some fuel? I hope it's not going to be like the Ford Power Boost though. Toyota will need to stand up because it's their thing. They're into hybrid since a long time. The expectations are really high. Place your bet in the comment section down there below. So let's talk about the road handling of that new Tundra. You've got different drive mode, Eco Sports, and Normal, which is going to change the reaction of the truck. The acceleration is pretty good. You've got that road handling, that feeling, that suspension, which is way different from what it used to be, because they're using now coil spring. So they have followed the Ram step. Also, the Ford Raptor has this kind of configuration. So you're going to have a lot more comfortable ride once you're going to be behind the wheels of that Tundra, rather than the older version with the Leaf. But still, sometimes that road feeling was not up to great comfort. Also, if you're going to tow a big boat with that Toyota Tundra, I kind of saw in the image that the manufacturer was sending to us that you can see that the back of the truck is not properly leveled. So they're going to add some leveling suspension. You're going to have a nice adaptive model also that will smooth out the ride and probably make sure that this truck is level when it's going to tow. Otherwise, you're going to have to be careful, because the only way to solve probably that problem is going to be with balloon. But those kind of system doesn't really like winter, and they have proven not to be that reliable when it comes to cold outside. So let's talk about the ground clearance, 11.1 inches with that model. If you're going to go hybrid, you're going to shave 0.3 inches of ground clearance. Price, a 2022 Toyota Tundra 4x2 double cab SR. The base model is going to start at a little bit more than $47,000 Canadian. If you want to go fully equipped with what we are rolling right now, 77 grand. This is a lot of money. And if you want to finance it, it's going to probably go around $88,000. This is a lot of money. And right now, everything is increasing price. So if you're going to lease a car, it's going to cost more. If you're going to have to finance a car, it's going to cost more. So you're going to have to be careful with that. On the minus side though, that big grille up front is kind of loose. You're gonna have to be careful with any impact that you can get on that grill off-road. You've got also the suspension in the rear. I think you can get really quickly to the maximum extension that you can get. With the leaf system, it was not that harsh when you get to the end of it, but with the system that we have right now, it will surprise you how it handles in some harsh condition. The reliability of that engine is unknown, and that's gonna have to be seen. You don't have any auto LSD system nor locker on that 1784 version, and some version that cost less have those options. Geez, what's happening? You got also that artificial sound of the engine. It doesn't sound like a V8. The seats are comfortable, yes, but when you check the competition, it's much more like a salon. Also, it's lacking something that will make the Tundra stands out versus the competition. When it comes to cold startup, you can hear that truck whines, and you've got the auto start stop feature that never worked for me. There's always a message telling me that the battery is charging or the climate control won't allow me to save a few liters per 100. On the plus side, you've got that transfer case, which is real smooth when it comes to shifting from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive. You've got that awesome look that I really like. It's fast. That V6 power is kind of strong. You've got also that easy to use 14-inch screen with that nice multimedia system that I really like. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, the cloud system, name it. That's the future of those big screens. And you've got also all the security feature that you're going to find in the Tundra with the Toyota Safety Sense 2.5. So in conclusion, V8 nostalgic or V6 technology, which one do you choose and why? I like the V6, but reliability and maintenance is always a big factor for me when it comes to truck. How it will evolve over time, we're gonna have to check that out, but I'm not gonna make the jump already with the new Tundra. I'm gonna wait a few years. Tell me what you think in the comment section down there below. Thumbs up, subscribe. See ya another time.